So here are some emerging areas that individuals may experience in the counseling process. Number one, they see how they are trading the security of dependence for the anxieties that accompany choosing for themselves. Sometimes we get anxious. Siguro, especially ngayong panahon na to, ayaw nating lumabas. At the same time, ayaw natin, wag muna tayong makipaghulibilo. Kailangan natin makipag-social distancing. Pero, of course, eventually, kailangan natin tingnan yung mga choices na ginagawa natin. Is it really correct? Tama ba itong gagawin ko? Nowadays, importante ba itong gagawin ko? Or gusto ko lang talaga makipaghalubilo. They begin to see that their identity is anchored in someone else's definition of them. That is, they are seeking approval and confirmation of their being in others instead of looking to themselves for affirmation. Especially nowadays na andyan ang social media. Sometimes we get jealous. Uy, may ganito ganyan si nakapunta ng Singapore or na masyal sila sa ibang bansa. Bakit ako hindi? Or uy, si ang ganda-ganda na ng buhay niya, ang ganda-ganda na ng mga sasakyan niya, pero bakit ako hindi? Ayan, so sometimes yung pag-seek natin ng approval is syempre dedicated by the social media itself, 'di ba? So it is important for us to recognize na okay, I have my own identity. Kailangan ko lang na mahanap ito. Ayun, so I don't need the approval of others in order for me to gain my own identity. At the same time, syempre, ako mismo sa sarili ko, ako mismo ang mag-affirm sa sarili ko in order for me to uplift myself. Ayan. So, sometimes, yung sa existential therapist is actually helping us gain more self-confidence. Baga. Ayan. They also may learn that in many ways they are keeping themselves prisoner by some of their past decisions, and they realize that they can make new decisions. So, in a way, after having some therapies, syempre, the clients may realize that, okay, ito yung mga decisions ko in the past. Oo, naipit na ako nitong mga situations na to, but eventually I know that I could actually change my future. Like for example, for my clients, syempre may mga different modalities kaming binibigay para sa kanila. Of course, we have CBT, mostly CBT ang binibigay namin sa kanila, pero they are also having may spiritual activities rin sila, and they told me na yun nga, yung mga past decisions nila, para talaga daw silang naiipit ng mga past decisions nila. And yes, they know how to make new decisions already, pero once na lumabas daw sila, paano kaya nila i-apply yung mga decisions na yun. And of course, they may learn that although they cannot change certain events in their lives, they can change the way they view and react to the events. So, dito importante na syempre, okay, hindi nga natin mapapalitan yung mga nangyayari sa atin ngayon, especially ngayong panahon na to, 'di ba? Hindi natin maiiwasan na hindi tayo makalabas. Hindi natin maiwasan na made-delay yung graduation ninyo. Hindi rin natin maiwasan na kailangan pa rin natin mag-aral maski na nasa bahay tayo. Pero it depends on our reaction kung ano nga ba yung gagawin natin in order for us to become more let's say productive. So increasing self-awareness, which includes awareness of alternatives, motivations, factors influencing the person, and personal goals, is an aim in all counseling, lahat ng mga counseling techniques. And clients need to learn that a price must be paid for increased awareness. So as we become more aware, it is more difficult for us to go home again. Of course, ignorance of our condition may have brought contentment along the way, pero eventually, of course, sometimes we may also feel partial deadness. That's according to existential therapy. However, as we open our doors sa mundo, of course, we can expect more turmoil or as well as potential for fulfillment. Ayan, so it depends sa atin kung paano nga ba natin pipiliin. Pupunta ba tayo dun sa turmoil or pupunta tayo dun sa mga potential for fulfillment. Our clients may also learn that they are not condemned to a future similar to the past, and for they can learn from the past and therefore their or thereby reshape their future. Ayan. So, of course, they may also choose kung ano nga ba yung mga matututunan nila, ano. And, okay, they may learn from the past or syempre, magiging stuck na lang sila sa past. They realize that they are so preoccupied with suffering, death, and dying that they are not appreciating living. Yan. So, hopefully, syempre, ito yung pinagdadasal natin para sa lahat ng mga magiging clients natin, para sa mga clients natin, no, na hopefully, ma-realize nila na nagiging preoccupied sila sa suffering, sa death, sa pagiging, anxiety, and dying as well. And then eventually, nahirapan na silang ma-appreciate yung living. Ayan. They are able to accept their limitations yet still feel worthwhile, for they understand that they do not need to be perfect to feel worthy. Ayan. And of course, they come to realize that they are failing to live in the present moment because of the preoccupation with the past, planning for the future, and trying to do too many things at once. Ayan. So, it's important na minsan isa-isahin natin. Kumbaga, gaya ng sinasabi namin sa mga clients namin, no? One moment at a time. One step at a time. May sinabing quotation si Jim Rohn, isa sang motivational speaker. Sabi niya sa atin, no, you must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances. Hindi mo pwedeng palitan yung mga nangyayari, yung panahon, yung mga hangin. Pero of course, you can change yourself. That's according to Jim Rohn. Okay. So, let's now go to freedom and responsibility. I hope that you understood kung ano nga ba ang capacity for self-awareness. If you have any questions, please ask me about it. Okay? So, let's continue our review. Ayan. So, we also have the freedom and responsibility. So, it's one of the values of existential therapy. So, according to our reference, it's the freedom to become within the context of natural and self-imposed limitations. And of course, it is important for us to know our capacity to reflect on the meaning of our choices. And of course, we also need to know our capacity to act on the choices that we make. As I told you earlier, last time dun sa meeting natin, was that as you gain more freedom, you may also gain more responsibility. Diba? So, let's take an example. Siguro, ilagay natin sa context nitong sa mga nangyayari ngayon. We are experiencing, yes, the COVID-19 ngayon. Of course, if you're given the freedom na lumabas, of course, you have the responsibility to take care of yourself. Of course, syempre, kailangan mong mag-mask, kailangan mong mag-social distancing, kailangan mong maging malinis, etc., etc. Diba? Or if not, if you're, another example, ito yung siguro nakarelate naalala ko nakarelate yung isang student natin dito na kung saan, yes, you're given a freedom to go home late. Okay, especially siguro ngayong college kayo, syempre, you have your own responsibilities, you have your own assignments, you have your own group works, you have your own responsibilities sa school. Now, sometimes students may feel that, okay, kung binibigyan ako ng freedom ng aking parents, ano kaya ang kaakibat nito? Of course, syempre, binibigyan rin kayo ng responsibility na umuwi on time. Of course, Yes, may binigay sa yung freedom na napaka-importante na, okay, pwede kang umuwi ng late as long as umuwi ka na maayos at the same time you update them properly. Okay? So, yung freedom dun is of course yung pag-uwi ng late. Pero the responsibility there is for you to update your parents at the same time to let them know that you are okay, especially your college individuals. Freedom implies that we are responsibility for our lives, for our actions, and for our failures to take action. Importante na magkaroon tayo ng responsibility for our own actions. So we have to have a commitment to choosing for ourselves. Okay? Sometimes, especially sa mga iba't ibang mga clients natin, they feel a lot of freedom pero hindi nila na recognize yung responsibility nila. Okay, let's take an example from my clients. So a lot of my clients are actually working. Ayan. So, syempre, they have the freedom to work. They have the freedom to have their own money. Okay? And syempre, may mga ilan doon talagang may nabibigyan rin ng pera. Of course, may mga iba doon, may mga iba akong mga clients na anak mayaman, nabibigyan ng pera. Ngayon, of course, freedom is of course na nanggagaling sa money. Ngayon, of course, yung since hindi nila na-recognize yung responsibility nila dun sa freedom na binigay sa kanila, they actually use that freedom or the money para bumili ng drugs. In that sense, makikita natin na nabigyan sila ng freedom pero the clients did not recognize na may sarili silang responsibility for their own actions. Okay? At the same time, hindi sila nagkaroon ng commitment na pumili para sa sarili nila. Kasi sometimes, may mga iba akong clients na sinasabi nila, they blame their parents, they blame the things that are happening to them, kaya sila nagdroga. But eventually, of course, it boils down sa kanilang mga choices. We also have the term existential guilt existential guilt is being aware of having evaded a commitment or having chosen not to choose. Sometimes we feel this, na minsan parang na-feel natin na okay, ito pala yung commitment na kailangan kong gawin. Diba? Pero sometimes, ito yung kailangan kong gawin pero hindi ko pinili ito. Then eventually, nagkakaroon tayo ng existential guilt. Let me give you an example. When I started working, of course, syempre, nung after ng bachelor's degree ko, parang I was asking myself na, okay, ano ba tong pinili kong kurso? Ba't parang wala akong nakukuhang benefit from my course? Ayan. So, HR lang ako, ang liit-liit ng sahod. Hanggang saan na lang ba itong course kung ito? Sana, then there was a time na sana sinabi ko sa sarili ko na sana tinuloy ko na lang yung pagiging medtech para mas maraming choices. In that sense, doon sa example kong yun, I felt the existential guilt dahil nga I evaded a commitment. And of course, I was parang nagsisisi na nasayangan na hindi ko ginawa 'yon. Pero syempre hindi na ngayon 'yun. Okay? And of course, as individuals, as future counselors, as future psychologists, you need to have your own authenticity. So, authenticity implies that we are living by being true to our own evaluation of what is valuable existence for ourselves, and it is the courage to be who we are. Siyempre, kailangan natin maging authentic sa sarili natin. So, people often seek psychotherapy because they feel that they have lost control of how they are living.